This is Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back to MLB The Show 18 Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. It's the OSFM rosters, and we are on episode, 14, I believe. Jordan Hicks coming off his first career Major League victory as a member of the Toronto Blue Jays. Roberto Osuna getting the save in a 4-1 effort over top of the lowly New York Rangers, who are 5 games back of the division lead. What you need to do right now, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If not, 15 likes. Guys, you've been great. Let's get it done. 23 days to draft day. That's what we're honing in on. You've seen the lineup in the last episode because pretty much we did nothing. We did 3 games, overview of the minor leagues, and that's about it. I'll scroll through here. I'm not going to say much. You can just take it for yourself and see the averages on the board. And so there you go. There's your averages. The pitching rotation, we have made some moves. Sean Reed-Foley staying up and with the big club. Joe Biagini in the pitching rotation. Then you've got Ryan Baraki jumping in, getting his chance in the major leagues in the long relief role. So without further ado, let's go through the New York Mets series, the Baltimore series, and the Minnesota series. See what we get. We got an 8-3 win and a 4-1 loss. Nate Pearson injured still, so we'll keep him on the 10-day DL for now. Ronald Grichuk, home run, 5 RBIs in a 17-0 rout of the Baltimore Orioles. Holy man, what a crazy game. We win 18-7. Somehow we almost blow it in the bottom of the 9th inning. What? How do you do that even? And then in this one, okay, this one's a little bit better. Sanchez is working on a no-hitter, and he loses it, but we win 2-1, so we'll take that. And against Minnesota, can't afford a sweep here. And they end up defeating us 5-4 and sweep us 4 games straight. That should knock us out of the division lead, but thank goodness it doesn't. You see 29-22 on the season. I just quickly want to check the pitching rotation. They've been solid. Joe Biagini getting a lot of innings in, getting some wins, and getting that ERA down. Sean Reed-Foley struggling, but he's going around. He's starting to progress as well. Ryan Baraki really having a good go. 263, 13 innings pitched. Almost need to throw him in there in the starter's role to see what he can do. The bullpen, other than that, having a phenomenal season as well. Ryan Tepera, everybody else who's struggling. Well, Trevor Rosenthal is struggling. So we'll throw Ryan Tepera into the middle relief role, see if that helps him out. And Roberto Osuna, 10 saves only on the season. A little bit in pretty much all the way through May. So it's been that kind of year for the Toronto Blue Jays. A good year offensively, but also a struggle for Roberto Osuna to get into things. So against New York, we get that big victory. Michael Taylor and Victor Robles going back to the Astros for George Springer, who's not having a great year actually. 251, 10 homers, 34 RBIs. Not that great for George Springer. Well, we're moving fast. That's all I can say. Blue Jays can't tie it, and we lose that one, and all of a sudden we're losing quite a few games here. Aaron Sanchez working on the shutout late, and he will indeed get it 5-0. Boston goes and beats us 2 straight. So we got to take 2 more straight from Boston, or we'll be hurting unit here. As you see right now, we're a game and a half back of Boston. That's a very devastating spot to be after having the division lead. And we're hanging on to the wild card by a game and a half. Can't afford to lose the wild card. Let's get on with it. Let's get into the rest of this series. And right there, we lose 3 straight. Nobody out. Kevin Pillar, Vladdy G. Daddy Jr. and Russell Martin. The Red Sox still beat us with nobody out there, and now it's the draft. So okay, let's take away that negative. We had some rough go. The offense not scoring runs like they used to. And you see we are way far and above, down below in the 22 hole. Okay, this is going to be a problem. Didn't really scout the draft class, but we need to figure out who's going to be an accurate draft pick for us at 80 overall. Well, there's not really anyone too concrete. That's the problem. 80 overall, there's a center fielder in Chad Pease. He's a rookie. Like 60 overall is all they're targeting for him. It's not really that great. And when you target anyone else, you've got Anderson Bear. It's 55, catcher potential. Do we need a catcher? Yes, we do. So we could develop a catcher. There's a couple others. But you know what? We're going to go and take Anderson Bear and see what he can do for us here. I like him from 5 seconds of looking at him, and should be good to hopefully See what he does for the team. Round 2, selection number 2. Looking for that stud in the draft. Any 80 overalls left. There's a right fielder in Orlando Medeiros. I'd like somebody at probably at starting pitcher. Need to get ourselves a pitcher here. And do we take the chance on John Mason or Rafael Gomez? It's a tough question, but I think we are going to go with the guy who's available in 2020 at Rafael Gomez. See what he can do for us. I like taking young kids. You know what? If they take a little bit more to develop, it's not so much a terrible thing. 22 overall again in this draft. And we will see if we can find any 80 overalls. Well, there's that Orlando Medeiros. And I don't know. I got to take starting pitching. That's what I'm really trying to hammer home on. We're going to take Chester Fleming as well. And then if Medeiros is still available in round number 4, we'll pick him here. And Medeiros is there, so we'll take him and see if we can get him on to the squad, and hopefully he'll have an impact. Medeiros, so we've taken 2 starting pitchers, a catcher, and a right fielder so far. Let's see if we can find ourselves a guy. 80 overall potentials here. Nobody with too much draft class potential left in the 5th round. You see it's pretty ugly. So there's Walter Yang. Where do we take a guy? Take another catcher? Could be good. You know what? We're thin at catcher, so we'll take another catcher. We'll go catcher, starting pitcher, and a right fielder, and we need an infielder now in round number 6. Let's see. Round number 6, what can we find for ourselves? DJ Reese. Potential. Let's see. Best potential on the board is a starting pitcher. Okay, that's unfortunate. Infielder. You know what? I'm just going to go take a pitcher in... Should we take a reliever? I'm feeling it. We're just going to take a reliever. Crapshoot in round number 6 and see what happens. Here we go. Let's simulate through the date against Tampa Bay. Down 3-2 once again. At risk of losing another ball game. Russell Martin wins us the game 5-4. That's huge. It obviously went to extras. And Sean Reed Foley gets a solid outing. That's a big victory for him. 8-1. All right, we would lead the series 2-0, and we will go in down 2 games to the Boston Red Sox in the division, and a half game out of the wild card. Ooh, that's sketchy. That is really sketchy. Signed draft picks. What do we got? Oh my God, did we get some monsters here, boys? No 90 overall potentials, but we did get some monsters indeed. Rafael Gomez going to fill in there in AAA nicely. And then you've got Chester Fleming and Orlando Medeiros. Okay, so we got some prospects. Anderson Bear will sign him. All these guys will get them on contracts because they definitely need them. That is too good. Alfonso Ojeda, well, he's C potential, 67 overall already. Good power, could be a huge backup catcher for us. We'll give him 80K. And then, because he could easily, in one season just like that, replace Luke Mailey for us. And that contact and power is definitely far and above what Luke Mailey does. Fielding arm strength bad, but who cares? It's all good. And Roger Lucero, not really that great relief pitcher. I mean, 58 overall D potential, kind of missed there. That is unfortunate, but it's okay. We'll be fine. Let's see, what are the notifications? John Harris having a good one. Rowdy Tellez having an outstanding month. And Barry Borders hitting 351 in the 77 at-bats in May. All right, this team looking solid. Let's go take a look at what we got. 4 homers, 23 RBIs for Devin Travis. Kevin Pillar doing his thing. Tommy Pham, 317, 9 homers, and only 35 RBIs. So Tommy Pham's fallen off the wagon quick here. You'd see he's down to a 92. He was a 93 to start this year. Josh Donaldson having a heck of a year. Randall Grichuk, even better year. And you know what? I'm going to move Grichuk up into that 2-hole. I like it. We'll see what he can do. Vladdy Guerrero, he's having a good time. Justin Smoke, we'll move him up into the 5-hole. Kim Pillar down there. And then you've got Bo Bichette having a good time as well. So our young guys really having a good season. All of a sudden, Vladdy Guerrero, he's come back. Made a strong comeback from where he was. He was hurting to start the year. All of a sudden, he's having quite the season. And Russell Martin, what can be said about our old man catcher? Having a good year as well. 6 homers, 28 RBIs, 273 average. Do it. Do your thing, Russell. 164 for Mailey and Libmas Diaz. coming in contributing. That's all we ask of him, is that he contributes, and he contributes well for us. Guerrero Jr. against lefties. We'll leave him in that 2-hole. He's crushing it apparently. And Ronald Grichuk, we'll move him up into, you know what, I'm going to move Tommy Pham into the 3-hole, see if Donaldson against lefties can help out. And Grichuk, will move him into the 5-hole. Hopefully that helps us a little bit there as well. Pitching rotation, everybody cold except for Sanchez and Stroman. Stroman pitching a Cy Young caliber year for sure. If only he had the strikeouts. That's the problem. They value strikeouts in the Cy Young. 357 for Aaron Sanchez. Robbie Erlin struggling. Joe Biagini starting to get blown apart. And Sean Reed Foley 533 as well. That's why we're losing ball games, boys. The starting rotation struggling. And Ryan Baraki starting to struggle as well. 66 overall. We're going to have to get somebody from the minor leagues up here again. 102 for Danny Barnes. What a season for Danny Barnes in 44 and third innings. Ryan Carr getting blown apart. Same with Jordan Hicks. And you got 555 for Trevor Rosenthal. 368 for Aaron Loop. We'll try and switch those two around. And even Roberto Osuna struggling it up as well. It's been an ugly year. I think a guy like Sam Sims or Drew Murin might have to come up and save us. Drew Murin not doing it well. Like, I don't even know what our options are at this point. Taylor Guerrero, Andrew Case, Roberto Castillo down to a 71. He is just struggling mightily here on this season. Andrew Case, Thomas Pannone, TJ Zuck. Like, we have no options for middle relief guy or long relief guys. Even Eli Mateo might even be a better option at this point, to be honest with you. Anyways, guys, that is enough rambling. This is Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave that like, 15 of them. Let's go. I am up on out of here.